What should you do if you're over 55 and you're nearing retirement and you need to either move to a cheaper area or improve your quality of life or think about warmer weather or a better lifestyle? So in this video, I'm going to give you my top 12 recommendations. So give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. So my question to you is, what can you do to prepare yourself for this next new phase of life? Maybe you're in your 50s or even your 60s and you know you need a plan and some better options, especially when you retire. So here's the 12 specific things that you should at least consider. Number one, first off, you're not alone. All right, just realize that there are 10,000 baby boomers who reach retirement age every single day. So this means that this is a radical life change. Now, switching between working and retirement, it's happening. Now, my team works with a lot of folks who are preparing to retire or who have already retired, and many are thinking about making the move. And I want to share this conversation with you, so let's go for a walk on the beach. Just realize many people find themselves asking the same questions like, where did the time go? Or am I really ready? Or do I have enough to do this? Or where am I going to move that's going to make me happy? So I want you to have this helpful information, and I want you to know, as with all my other videos here on this channel, is I want you to avoid the pitfalls that are costly. Now, we were all young at one time, but our needs and our wants change as we get older. Your old house may not be conducive to your current or your future needs. Now, think about what you will want or what you're even going to need 10 years from now. Maybe that two-story house isn't your best option, and maybe the home with no steps or living on all one level is better. And maybe you don't need that big house anymore. Maybe the smaller house with less maintenance, lower taxes, and living in an area with other like-minded people could be a better option. So whatever it is, think about what you will need, not just next year, but in your future. Now, I realize that everyone's situation is unique, but thinking about these things and starting earlier rather than starting when it's too old to do it, don't waste your time. Now, many people have said to me that they really messed up and waited too long, or wasted their best years procrastinating, and then they have regret. Now, this can make a very big difference in your golden years. Number two, look at your current situation. Now, look at your timeline and evaluate all of your possibilities. For example, if you're 55 and you're in good health, you may have another 10 years before you're 65, and in 15 years, you're 70. So many have called these years the best years of their life. But you've got to be focused and have a plan to maximize your happiness. Now, your greatest asset is your health. But the biggest difference between time and money, you can look at your bank account and you can see how much money you have in the bank, right? But you don't know how much time you have left. Does that make sense? The reason I tell you this, as a real estate broker, I see both ends of the spectrum of regret and everything in between, which leads us to number three. Know your numbers. Know what you can afford and know what you cannot afford. Now, if you need to lower your expenses, maybe you need to move to a less expensive area or downsize to a less expensive home. But don't let your cash flow crush you. Do something about it, guys. If you can't afford your expenses, trust me, your expenses will control your life, and rather than being happy and stress-free in your golden years, you're going to be miserable. Now, I have seen it, and I'm going to tell you, my team has helped a couple who were in their 70s, and unfortunately, it was a life transition that they never made. They procrastinated, and they let it happen. Now, they were about to lose their large house, and my team helped them downsize very quickly, and it saved them from losing everything. But the word is budget. It's not a cheerful word, but you just need to know where your money is going and then control where it's going. Number four, evaluate your current spending for 30 days. Now, commit to tracking all of your spending and see what's really costing you to live. So track every penny with a pen and paper. It's not hard, but it can be super eye-opening. Then you can evaluate and make better decisions. Now, do you need to lower your cost of living? And maybe you need to find that living in New York or New Jersey or California or even Florida was fine when you were working, but then suddenly realize it's a trap when you're stuck in it. The cost of living in those states may not fit the lifestyle any longer, and especially in retirement when you have a fixed income, and it can make a huge difference. Number five, keep more of your own money. Now, if you're a homeowner, take a look at how much you pay in property taxes and where you live. Then compare it to somewhere else. Now consider lower property taxes, less home maintenance, warmer weather, and maybe even a better lifestyle. But if you put a different set of glasses on, you're going to see what you accepted as average, and then you're going to see clearly what is way above average. Now, as an example, where I live is in South Carolina, and it's the number 6 least expensive state in the nation for property taxes. Now, I had one client who told me, just do the math. He was paying $10,000 a year in New Jersey for a house that he bought in Myrtle Beach. He said the taxes were going to be less than $1,000 a year. And he said over the next 10 years, that's $90,000. And he and his wife can find a lot of things to do with $90,000. That's a very interesting way of looking at it. So number 6, think outside the box. Now, what's on the cover of every retirement brochure? It's the beach, the ocean. And most people think about Florida. But many retirees who moved to Florida are now looking to move back out, and they're leaving Florida. Now, what about living in paradise? I thought Florida was supposed to be so wonderful. Well, it's changed a lot. Now, since the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, when Florida was in its heyday, it's got some big problems now with hurricanes, skyrocketing, homeowners insurance, that is if you can even find it, higher property taxes for new purchasers, stuck in traffic, high car insurance, and many retirees have been complaining that they're on waiting lists to see a doctor. It's happening. So, what do you do if that was your dream? Well, consider the alternative states or alternative areas that have lower cost of living and still the warm weather, the beaches, and lots of fun things to do in retirement. I have lots of other videos here on this channel, so I'm going to link them in the comments below. But Myrtle Beach, South Carolina just got ranked number 1 by U.S. News & World Report as the fastest growing area in the nation. So take a look at the other things out there. Number 7, plan to pay more. The word is inflation, guys. So if you were wishing and hoping for the cost of living to go down, wrong answer. Inflation affects everything, especially over time. So when did insurance ever go down? And when does dining out go down? You know, the fact is, your cost of living is probably more than you thought, right? And even as the government knows this, because consider this fact, the price of postage has never gone down, ever. It's always gone up. So just expect that your costs and your expenses will only go up from here. Number 8, improve your physical and your mental health. Look, a sedentary lifestyle, it leads to diseases and health issues, which is a huge financial cost to go along with all that stuff. So moving to a place with a moderate year-round temperature will allow you to enjoy more time outdoors and more active lifestyle. And if you live in a cold climate, you're going to find your time is wasted away when you're hibernating in the winter months, just waiting for spring. But the opposite is true in hot places like Florida or Arizona or even Texas, as you wait inside your house, inside the air conditioning for it to cool down. Now, many have told me it gets so hot in some of those states that it literally saps your energy all out of you, and you have to wait to do anything outside before 9 a.m. But moderate temperatures will improve your mental health, especially when you live in a happy place. Now, taking walks on the beach or meeting new friends with common interests or activities like golf or fishing or even exploring parks can have a super positive effect on your outlook, and you will have more energy. Number 9, hope and optimism. Look, optimism in yourself and hope for your future is super important because getting older, it can be overwhelming. And it can even feel impossible at sometimes. But meeting new friends and making new happy times can make life even better than you thought was even possible. So trust me, the future is bright and you're stronger than you think. Now, you are more capable of doing more than you actually think. So this is true because if you're around other like-minded souls, they aren't wasting time either. Life can get even better. My grandmother used to tell me, whatever you do, never get old. So number 10, never get old. It's a trap. And this is true, I admit it because I own that t-shirt. But if you find fun things to do in life, you're always going to stay young in mind and in heart. Things like festivals and concerts and car clubs and travel. Never stop learning by reading good books or taking a new class at the community college or researching other hobbies and fun activities to do. And trust me, volunteering time and giving back to the community can be some of the most rewarding time that you have spent. Number 11, be informed and be wise so that you can make smart choices. Now, learn the best ways to save tax efficiently, even in retirement, or learn important tax strategies, ways to fund IRAs, or important things like where should I pull my funds from first in retirement, or learn the strategic ways to make withdrawals from your savings. Look into seeing if a reverse mortgage is a good way to fund retirement. Or you may even feel better when you learn that the truth about what the average retiree's income is and how you compare. Now, there are many things that you want to be informed about, and I have many super helpful videos about this stuff here on this channel. Number 12, multiple streams of income. Now look, even in retirement, you can supplement your current retirement income. Now, this could be a part-time job or a side hustle, and we've even had some clients who were already retired who started investing in real estate, and they're using that rental income to pay for their vacation travel and their fun, right? So consider things that are outside the box that can keep you active, healthy, and getting the maximum out of life with no regrets, guys. So does any of this make sense? Put it in the comments. Now, on the other hand, if you're buying an affordable house, finding a cheap home, and you're looking for the deal of the decade, it does happen about once a week, guys. But knowing where to find these hidden gems, what to look for, and of course what to stay away from is super important. Wouldn't you agree? So wherever you are in the nation, whether it's the coastal Carolina area or Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where I am today, or anywhere else in the United States, I have a network of real estate experts that I can hook you up with, and they will help you find your hidden gem and also avoid those pitfalls that are costly. So pick up the phone, give us a call, 843-839-9870. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm making them for you. So comment below and let me know if you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful to you in any way. And if you subscribed, I truly appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.